Joseph, you're the head chef at Facebook, but I understand little known fact is that you once were a gator wrestler.
That's true.
How do you go from feeding gators to feeding Facebook employees?
Well, I was also the kitchen manager there. I started out as a small airboat company and they moved into the gator wrestling. So I was more training them to be wrestled, and I wrestled with them about a month and a half.
Okay, so what are we cooking here today?
We're gonna do a black pepper fettuccine, a little bit of basil and a little bit of Parmesan cheese garnish.
From these ingredients to the stuff that make it in your menu, how do you go about picking a menu and picking your ingredients?
So what we do is we do a daily changing menu. We don't cycle menus. All the ingredients are organic, no steroids, no GMOs, no antibiotics. A lot of the times it's picked by the customer. So they'll come up to me and say, I want an all chocolate menu as kind of a challenge, or I'm from China and this is my grandmother's stir-fry pepper beef recipe, and I'll build a whole menu around it.
So you have Facebook employees coming from Russia and giving you borscht recipes, essentially.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to look at it like this. I can't bring them home. We're an international company, but I can bring home here, if that makes any sense.
So I know that you were at Google at one point, and you were one of the top chefs over there, and there's a little bit of a rivalry. How is the culture different here at Facebook?
I think that we're a little more received here than we were there. I feel like an equal here, and so does my team. I don't feel like the help. I don't feel like I'm here to serve engineers. I feel like I'm here and I'm just as much and just as important as any other manager in the company. I think it's a lot more open what we do here and transparent between departments. You know, it's fantasy camp if you want my opinion. It really is.
I mean, everything here seems like it's a restaurant, except you guys are operating at a much larger scale. Can you give me an idea about how many people you feed on the daily?
We'll do about 12 to 100, 1,300 lunches today, just here, and then they'll do, you know, the service down to Cafe 6. I think the difference is a lot of restaurants do really good food. And I think a lot of big corporations do a lot of volume food. I think there's a very small notch of people that do really high volume food, restaurant quality. And we try to manage this like a restaurant.
Just tell me as a last question, what's Mark Zuckerberg's favorite food?
Two things he really loves a lot are the bacon wrap hot dogs and pulled pork with a Carolina gold sauce. A little pulled pork sandwich is one of his favorite things to have too.